And women empowerment actually providing women's sense of self-worth. In my point of view, it providing women's sense of self-worth, and
Well,
it
it's
also helps her to make her own choice decision in every sector in her life.
why the term has women empowerment. Why the term women empowerment has been established or has come into play or has been or comes to the fore or publicly it is being discussed widely. Why it is? We can't see any kind of issue or topic related to mean that is women empowerment, not mean empowerment. Why the term has been separated? Why it is woman? Why it is not mean empowerment? Why the term has been emphasized separately? What's the reason behind
Okay,
it?
this is a really interesting question. Actually, every day we women face various problems in our daily life. In world where we live, actually, this designed by men. Okay, main form is designed by men, and women in past where we saw that women were confined in four walls. They only work in fireplace. They only giving cleaning, washing, cooking, and giving birth and bearing their children. From past to now, women always are facing, always deprived from for their rights. And actually, for my point of view, that's why we always talking about women empowerment, not men empowerment.
Yeah, absolutely. You were true, and you wanted to say that this is civilization. We see a man-made civilization,
Yes,
man-made civilization, and mean made the rules just the way they have got benefited, not thinking of women. They want their facilities, they avail all sort of facilities. That's why women are deprived of from. Deprived of in many aspects of the society. So the
yes,
term has been established and it comes into the or publicly, and now we are discussing women empowerment,
women
and it
empowerment.
is really
Yes.
relevant. Okay, thank you very much, and welcome Ishita to the session. And you have been listening to Tamina ma'am, how she was answering the question number one. Do you want to ask her any questions or any counter questions to our discussions? As she says, women empowerment, why the empowerment of the topic or title has been established. What is or what women empowerment is? What does really mean? What does really what does really it mean? And do you have any questions to her?
Uh, Assalamu alaikum, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Tahuna, ma'am, good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
My first question is if we want to empower ourselves, what should be the first step?
If a woman empowered herself, then she must be educated. Education is the best key for women to for success herself in her life.
Well, if
Education,
education is the
yes.
priority, and if the education, if gaining or if being educated and the process of gaining education is not easy, and the society doesn't allow women to take education, as we see in our society, since are of areas that women are not safe and secure. They're not allowed to go to schools. They are telling to go to madrasa and other institute, and they're telling to maintain hijab and other maintenance. So if the education is not free and not accessible for women, in that terms or in that case, what how we can overcome it? What is your suggestions? What can we do?
In spite of education,
Yeah, in terms of education, if the education accessibility of education is not available, or if the access of education for women is not easy, in that terms, as you said that education should be the key in this term, in this context, if education is not easy, so what we can do or what should we do?
actually, women's always fight for herself. She has to stand for herself. If she is not going to school, if she's not going to school, then she prepared herself by family task. If she stay in home, then she learn. like entrepreneur, and she may she may sell anything, and she may sell, cook, bake, anything. So she earn, and she contribute in her family by making money. So that's I think like this, how if she is not educated, she is also capable to maintain herself and her family by earning, like
Well,
entrepreneurship.
earning would be the sense. Okay, Ishita, what do you mean by woman empowerment? And as I was asking to Tamina, if accessibility of education is not easy, what we can do? What is it coming on? On in it that are on this point. How can we overcome this problem? Do you think social awareness and community effort can or could play a very vital role to just solve this problem, or to change the mentality, or to just combat this crisis? And first, tell us
Uh,
what you mean by woman empowerment. What is to you?
uh, Women's empowerment, I defined it like this way: a sense of self-worth, to determine choices, to opportunities, to have access, opportunities, opportunities, uh, to have power to control their own lives, uh, mm, like this. And
And
I
accessibility
think,
everywhere. I mean, accessibility everywhere for woman. She
yes,
can take her own
yes,
decisions. She can do
she can
anything
take,
what she wants. She can move anywhere what
yes,
she wants. There should not be any barriers, any questions for the family or society. She is free and freedom. She has all the freedom. She is free, and that means woman empowerment means she is eligible for taking any decisions. What she wants, she can do without any barriers. Am I right?
Yes.
yes, sir, of course. And
And then and
it,
then and then for accessing education for women, if there are some barriers, what we should do in these terms to combat this problem, or to alleviate this problem, to curb this crisis?
actually, uh, nowadays we didn't find any kind of complications regarding this sector, because government has invested significantly in building women-friendly infrastructure.
Exactly.
They already have uh, introduced various programs like
Free education.
free books for all, free books for all primary level school children, free education for girls,
Stipend.
uh, stipend and food for education, and also reserved 60% of primary school teaching positions for women.
Hmm.
Uh, and
Yes.
I think these are the steps. What uh, if we can afford the if we can what I can say, if we can uh, nowadays this is not a challenge for a women to overcome this situation. I think if they are determined, if they want to do something, they can do. But I think in every sector, if when if we see a successful women, there are behind the story there are a progressive man
Yes.
who helped her, like his
Yes.
father, his brother, or her husband. And
Right.
when in his family, it starts from their family. When her family provide her this kind of opportunities, this kind of self, they if they try to raise her self worth, self confidence. I think it's not impossible for her to do something, because we have already known various successful women, like mm, what I can say, like
Many,
I have
plenty of
forgotten the
examples. Plenty of examples. You
yes.
are a successful, you yourself are a successful woman. Tamina Miss, she's an advocate, and it's not easy to become an advocate and even a school teacher. So each and every point in the
Yes.
society, you can see all are successful because they have come to this point on their own effort. And she has, you yourself have a lot of effort to come this point. And Tamina Miss has she has had a lot of effort to just bring her or see her in these positions. It's not easy process. It was a journey. So I
Yes.
think all are, yeah. Okay.
Behind this scene, there are lots of
Yes,
sacrifice. Yeah.
please. Yeah, please continue.
Like Amira Ahmed, the director of Global Corporates Standard Chartered Bank, Dr. Nusrat Alim Chaudhuri,
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah,
Associate
that's
Professor of Bangladesh Bangabandhu Medical College, like this, and like Amina ma'am.
yeah. There are a lot of prominent women figures in our country or across the country. We can bring them into examples to discuss. Okay, actually what is the narrative in the eye of law as we are discussing the positions of women empowerment in Bangladesh? What is the narrative in the eye of law? If we see Tamina ma'am, what is your point of view? What does a law say? What is the statement? What is the narrative in the eye of law? You see a lot of cases are filing against women harassment, sexual assaultations, and social disorder and women discriminations. And I think you know more than us because you have been working for women also as an advocate. You know more than because you are receiving so many problems. What is the narrative in the eye of law?
Sorry, narrative means, can you explain?
I mean, এই এই আইন এটা বিষয়ে কি বলে? আইনের
Okay.
আইনের ভাষায় আপনি এটাকে কি বলেন এবং আপনারা কি পরিমাণ তথ্য উপাত্ত বা কি ধরনের আপনারা প্রবলেম গুলো পাচ্ছেন বা এটার আইনের পরিভাষাটা ন্যারেটিভটা কি আপনারা কিভাবে দেখেন এটাকে?
Okay. Women empowerment in eye of law. Actually, nowadays, law is very strong for women. If any kind of dowry case, women harassment, if teasing, if any kind of complaint, we can file, and our magistrate and judge, they take it so seriously and take immediate action from accused. Yes, and our government has highly recommended instruction for this. If any kind of the violence occurs with women, then immediately take action by court and by police.
Right, absolutely. As women is being emphasized in our country for decades, especially our 17 years of the former prime minister, she led the country, and then before that period, and another woman was in the power. She was from another
Yes,
political party. So I think in our country has been example of women empowerment.
definitely.
They were in the supreme power of the country and enjoyed most of the power in terms of Bangladesh. Well, I come to the next questions. Why is women empowerment important in Bangladesh? I want to go with the question first from yes, I'm Ishita. Ma'am, why it is important in Bangladesh, women empowerment? And Bangladesh, you see, Bangladesh is not a developing country. We have actually, it is a poor country, and frankly speaking, Bangladesh is not a developed and civilized country. We have so many problems. We are not aware. We are not well educated. Our mentality, we don't have this strong mentality, well educated mentality. We don't have sacrificing mentality. We the people, we the nation are very restless. So in a country where mixing up people and lot of variety you can see, and it's very rare example in the world. So why women empowerment is important in Bangladesh?
Uh, Empowering women is essential. I think uh, every sector, in every sector of a society, because evidence shows that the empowerment of women helps to create uh, uh, open and prosperous societies. Uh, if it unders in our country, we faces lots of problems like early marriage, child marriage, domestic violence, and they have they have they have limited accessibilities, or what I can say. Uh,
The reason why you think women empowerment
for
is relevant in Bangladesh, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. I think when women are living safely, fulfilled, and productive lives, they can reach full potential. They can contribute their skills, and can raise happier and healthier children. And that's why I think that like our country, a developing country, if we are the half of the total population,
not half, more than
if
half, more than
we
half, more than half, 52%
more
now.
than 52%,
Yeah,
more than half, uh, uh, if we without empowering women, it's impossible uh, to achieve our goals of of developed country, I think.
yeah, absolutely. But do you agree fixing up some quotas for women in some specific fields like don't you see if a woman is fixed for a specific job like 60% and as you mentioned primary school seat for women is 60% and other in also private organizations there is a restrictions from the government that women should be at least 20-25%. If there is a fixed criteria given by the government or prescribed by the government, or if there's a fixed prescription for the women or restrictions are by the government or the authority, don't do you think that it is a kind of discrimination, or there would be a just imbalance between men and women? As you see, it is important and it is crucial or essential. We can't even deny that equal participation is important for to see a progressive or country and also contributing in national GDP and also and family to foster a prosperous family. Equal ratio or contribution is important financially and also from household costs and everything. So, do you think it could be a negative impact if we restrict some quotas and seats for women? This is 60% for women, and then other people like men will be deprived of somehow. Do you think this ratio is eligible or applicable in a country where we have a problem of unemployment? So you see we have been accustomed to like that. We have been accustomed to seeing that man is the leader of a family and man is earning the main he's the main earning source, but women are contributing and equally though a man cannot be even unemployed. I don't appreciate that a woman should be unemployed. I think they have also right equal for equal contribution. Do you support this kind of restrictions or fixes for women in particular this job sector field? Do you see any negative impact to the opposite? Like, I mean, if we restrict some seats for women especially, and can we ensure can we ensure competitive or skilled manpower by just restricting seats for women? Or whereas we can see that a competitive recruitment process is going through a complete procedure. If we fix 60% for women, that should be competitors would be women versus women, and may not be able to participate with them in the terms if there is a restriction. So do you see any negative impact if we restrict some seats like 40%, 60%? Do you see? Do you think there could be a negative impact?
uh, Actually, I think we should avoid this kind of quotas. This is not what I can say. Uh, it hurts our self esteem, I think. Why we will avail this quota
Mhm.
when we are
When we are eligible for
yes,
We're well visible for checking our skills. We're well visible for competing with men, and there
Yes,
shouldn't
Yes.
be any.
Yes.
yes.
That means you don't agree with it, and there could be a negative impact somehow among the job competitors if you see that 60% seats for seats is allocated for women, so men will be deprived of because they also need job. We see that our country is suffering from unemployment crisis, so I don't think that it is a wise or it is a positive decisions taken by the government or authority that there should be some preserved seat for women. I think it should not be in the job or competitive sector, so we can't if we want to find the finest or eligible competitors for the suitable positions. So we need to open it for all, and there should be competitions, and you have to face the competition. And then if your skill allow, you can your skills allows, you are welcome, and you should be appointed for this post. Well, Tahmina Miss, I want to know how can education help in a woman empowerment or empowering women? What is your opinion? What is the relevancy of education in terms of empowering women? There could be a two sense, like an educated and if we consider an uneducated women, and if we consider an educated women, we see that many educated women are not interested in going to in doing job or going workplace thinking of their children and family. And on the contrary, we see some uneducated women, they are very interested in contributing the family because of need. So in terms of education, what play it can rule in empowering women in respect to Bangladesh? What do you see there?
Okay. Actually, education has countless benefits for women.
Mhm.
By education, women gain education, self-development, and by training, she skilled herself. By educated herself, she can earn for herself and help to her family, and also she make herself a role model for her child and our society. And yeah, you said that already. Many educated women are not interested for their job. As like me, I'm a lawyer, but since 5 years, I'm not working in court because it's my own choice, and I have no need. I have degree, I have certificate, uh, but I have no need, and I'm priority for my family, and I prior to my son. That's why I'm not interested. And but yes, you said right that many uneducated women are more interested for their work, for their livelihood, for their daily life, and for their expense. So I think it's a personal choice. It's a one-to-one personal choice. If any educated women want to go work, then she can. And if she wants to go home, then she also decide her own choice. Education give her that power to make her own decision and make her own choice. So it's
I mean,
very important.
do you think education is quite relevant? Education is quite relevant to join a particular job, or education is always required. Whether you are joining a job or not, but it is important. You must be educated. It is not. It is not that you should take education, receive education only for gaining or only for
Definitely,
joining a
definitely.
job. Oh, uh,
Yes.
what is education needed for? Is it education needed for joining a job, or it's a self
No, no,
development?
no, no. Education is not only for job. When I'm a citizen in my country and society, I have so many duties for my society, for my families, for my country. If I'm educated, then I know how to treat myself, how to treat my family, and various duties for my society and my country. So not only for earning, education is important. Definitely, there are many kinds of activities we learn from our education. That's why it's
Okay.
very important for
Okay,
women.
I mean, the decision made by an educated mother, how could it play a contribution to the country's progress if a decision taken by an educated mother, say for example, an educated mother is able to take a long-sighted decision, and it is obviously, I mean, having owed a lot, because she can present the nation in educated future generation, and they can many ways contribute to the country. So my question is to you: how can, or how could be the decision taken by an educated mother play contribution to the progress of the country or the nation itself?
When a mom is educated, she can also teach her child. First off, she can teach her child, and if there are any discrimination for his child or for his family or for his nation, then she can raise her voice. She know what is right, what is wrong. So she can definitely describe like through Facebook or through paper or many other ways. She can raise her voice for any discrimination if she so.
So that means education is important, at least to
Definitely.
take self decisions, at least to decide, to
What is
take the
right
right
and what is
decisions,
wrong. Yes.
and for judgment. Okay, thank you very much. Wonderful answer. And now, Shita, before going to the next questions, I want to ask you, what does education mean to you? What is education? What do you mean by education? What is education to you?
Uh, I think education means awareness, and
Hmm?
I have forgotten the definition of education.
Well, no, no, no. I don't want a definition that you learned by heart. I want a definition from your, I mean, on your own, that you feel education should be like. So, what is education to you?
um,
I think it could be. It is a
I
tough question
think it
for you. Yeah, please, please.
to know the social norms, to know the what I can say, to know the um, to know the her to how to country how that he came to the society, or she made for something, and the nature has a purpose to made her, and what is the purpose she had to find she has to find out, and that's why I think education can show her the way properly.
Exactly. But to me, education is a process through which we can gather experiences. We gather
Yes.
experience. We gather experience from different sources. Like we go through a process, and it starts from the elementary level to higher education. So throughout the journey, we experience a lot of terms. We could come to know different disciplines, terms, and terminologies, and terms and procedures. Thus, it helps us to give us a complete judgment, that to take the decisions considering the circumstances. That means education helps us to build up our skills into us, that guides us to take the right decisions, to judge what is good for us and what is bad for us. And education gives us the process, thus we can understand, yes, it should be right and logical. We can evaluate it logically. We can figure out something, considering pros and cons. We can also take decisions for the future. And I think education is a process for being experiences, or getting experiences through the process. It starts from elementary to education, and even education is also involved surrounding environment. And we education is a part of society. Education is a part of family. We learn from each and everywhere and every circumstances. I say education is a process, that I mean. And is a, in a sentence, if I want to define education in short, education means a process of being experienced, going through going through a process. But education is a process of being experienced following a particular disciplines. That is called education to me. It could be different and man to man, it could be very no matter. Well, now Ishita, please tell me what challenges you see for establishing women empowerment in Bangladesh, or what are the basic challenges for women in our country?
Uh, early marriage, dowry, and Sharia law also affect women's development in Bangladesh.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, their activities are very limited to domestic work. Uh,
I mean, you want to say
uh,
excessive, allowing them to work freely, moving anywhere they want. Am I right?
yes, yes, yes,
As you
exactly.
were restricted, as you were restricted by your family, your father didn't allow you to go abroad once you wanted to go abroad, but you were confined or you were just somehow just with the lame excuse because you were girl, they were concerned about your safety and security, and you were not allowed to go abroad. Okay.
The Sharia-based personal laws that Tahmina Apu can told clear that determine important matters of life like marriage, custody of children,
Mm-hmm.
divorce are widely seen that as gender biased,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
I think that these are the major challenges do women face in Bangladesh.
Well, the one question has come into my mind just seeing, hearing your answer, or just accepting or listening to your answer. See, babysitting is a concept established in Europe or developed countries. There are a few, I mean, institutions where working people or working women uh, set their children there, and some employed nurses or those who have had diploma in children education or children nursing, they were recruited, they're recruited that place, and they with money they just are taking care of the children. So do you appreciate that kind of system, or do you want implemented, or do you want implementation of this kind of system in Bangladesh? Do you really appreciate it? If we just allow babysitting, as a working woman, you are going to your workplace, and your husband and all the rest of the family members are going to their workplace, respective workplace, but you have a 2 year old baby or 3 years old baby or breastfeeding baby, but you are very helpless. There's no one to help you now, and you were just handing over your baby. An institute is called babysitting, and they're taking care of your children. Do you appreciate it first, and do you want some sort of implementation in Bangladesh?
Actually, I think naturally we made for being a mother. I
Mm.
think, and it's our first duty to take care of our children.
Mm.
But in our society, if we get the proper honor from our husband, or our husband can show his respect that the journey of a mother is very tough,
Tough.
and yes, tough, and he this is the I think this is the most important job in earth, I think. And if we get this kind of honor, then I think we will be a great mother. We can be a great mother. And I think this is the most important role. Our children's, we are very, very much, what I can say, afraid of our children, how they will grow up.
Yeah.
We are, yeah, we are sending
Yes.
them in daycare center, but this is not the process, I think. I have to take care of my children. If it's for I can't clearly express that. If we get the proper positive environment, I think uh, this is the first duty, and this is one of the major important duty
Of a
uh,
mother.
of a
Of a
mother.
mother, to take care
Yes,
of our child, or to take care of a child, not to send him or her, as you mentioned, daycare or babysitting place, or a nurse, or a daycare nursing center, or to hand over your baby with some other else, with money. It should not be, because baby or children, they need they
because
need
yeah, a profession of a mother is not a profession in our society.
Mhm.
We mention that it's a housewife,
Yeah,
or
yes,
she does
yes,
nothing. She does nothing, and
yes.
that is
Common.
the reason why we are in in this kind of challenging situation.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Now, Tamina ma'am, I have a question. See, you see that there is a questions. How can we ensure equal rights for women in our society? But I want to change the questions without changing our mentality. As women are always blaming the men don't have the respect for their spouses or opposite sex, or and thus the family crisis are creating, and without changing our mentality, can we talk about, can we even think to ensure, equal rights for women in our society? Is it possible without ensuring, without changing our mentality? Can we
No, it's
even, is it a matter of
no.
is it a matter to discuss, and can we solve it in the discussion table without changing
Uh,
mentality?
No, he said definitely at first we should change our mentality because most of our men and husbands in our society, they are traditional belief and they think that women are not equal for to them. So that definitely first should change our mentality, and women also change herself for establishment, and women should also change for her mentality also. She have to fight for herself, she have to educate it, and she have to fight for our her like
Basic rights.
yes, definitely his specific rights, and taking decision, we all she also fight for herself.
As you mentioned, that mentality is the fact that until,
Definitely,
unless and until we
because
are
most of our, yes, men are still now their traditional belief that women are not equal to them.
Mhm.
It's the most important problem in our society, like
Uh,
in Bangladesh,
uh, what are you blaming? What are you blaming to that? That kind of belief in common in men. That is that I mean traditionally in Bangladesh, that there is a common belief that
Earlier, already earlier, I said that this world is designed by men. So
yes,
actually, yes. So like past from past, it continuously running like that. They like my father, my grandfather, and to step to one step, they were always so that their mother, their grandma always confined with four walls, confined there with four walls. So they actually used to so this kind of situation.
well, what is success to you, Amina ma'am? What is success? What do you mean by success? I think you are a successful woman. You have achieved a lot of degrees. You have completed your education. You have gained competency to work. Hand by hand with people. You have gained the competency working in an environment like crowded environment in a court. You had been there for a couple of months or years, I don't know, and you had that ability or capacity to have been there, and you proved it. Now, for your need, you decided to get back home and to give the time to children to grow them up properly. But I think you were a successful woman. So, what does success mean to you? Basically, as we are looking for always success, that I need a ample amount of money. I need this fame. I need this sort of things. I want to be someone. I want to be a figure that everybody will give me salute, and everyone will be flattering to me, and they will come to me. Is that kind of success that we're looking at if we see
No,
that our politicians?
actually, I think that success defines actually what you want. When I'm not mother, then I want fame. I need money. Okay, then I regularly I go to I went to court and take my all cases. In this situation, I want more fame, more case. Then I trust that it gave me success, and then after giving my child birth, also taking my Supreme Court degree. Now I'm also lawyer of Bangladesh Supreme Court. But for my child, I even not a single day I go to the High Court because for my child. like 2, 3, or 4 years ago, I appreciate that success is fame, money. But now I feel that success to upbringing my child like a good human being. When I saw that he is a good attitude, good behavior, then I feel no, I'm a success mom.
Oh, I got it. Maybe I got the point. That means
Time to time, yes,
success lies on becoming a good human being.
yes,
If you ensure that you are a good human being, so it is your success. Success
definitely.
doesn't mean success doesn't
Name,
is not
fame,
related to fame or having ample amount of money or billionaire. Success means to become a real human being with humanity, with kindness, with
definitely.
amicable attitude, and also other human norms that you have. So it is the success to that, and also sympathy to other people and compassionate. I think. Well, wonderful. And Ishita, last question to you. You see that there is a question: How does women's financial independence contribute to the empowerment? Women's financial independence. Before it, there is a common conception and mindset of in, in the women of our country that, according to Islam, a husband is responsible to foster or take care of her wife or spouse entirely. If a woman or if a girl or if a married woman is earning a huge amount of money, she thinks this is my money and my money I should and Islam gives me all rights to earn money and also to spend money on my own way. I shouldn't give any single penny to my husband or family. And my husband even cannot say that, oh, why don't you contribute to the family as you are earning money? And Islam says a husband is responsible for entirely. An husband cannot ask money for a woman because husband is responsible. He was committed and then he agreed with the deal that and now we got married, just agreeing that a man is taking responsibility of a woman. And believing in this concept, in our country we see that women are not contributing financially in some sort of cases. The thing that you are responsible. So my money, who are you asking that? How I am spending my money? You should not ask me like this because you are responsible. So do you believe this concept that though Islam is supported, I mentioned. What is your opinion in this regard? Do you really think that that should be changed? Like, do you think that this perception that that the perception that women belongs to or deserves, do you think they should change this kind of mentality or you support it according to Islam?
Uh,
A tough question for you too, right? I don't know what are you doing with your husband. I think you're contributing.
yes, of course. I think family is like a bicycle, and
Right.
both should contribute properly with our uh, what you have said that
Mhm.
with our um, uh, understanding, with our compromising, with our sacrificing, and of course with our money. I think if we can run the wheel properly, then a family will be happy. I think, and I think we should contribute equally.
And can a man ask his wife for money as Islam prohibits it? A man or husband cannot even ask money to her wife under any circumstances as he is solely responsible for taking care of his entire family, including his wife.
Actually, it's a relationship, I think, and here all the things are not what all the things are not what I have written in the law, in the pen and paper, and this is not actually the scenario is not like that. We are sharing our everything, and we can uh, beyond this we can share. Money is nothing here, I
Yeah,
think.
right, exactly. Exactly. But we see some scene, we see some events, and we see some incidents, and also we have been witnessed seeing some examples that women are saying, no, you can't even ask money from me because you are so responsible. Yeah, of course, the point is that mutual sharing and understanding, because as you mentioned, life is a bicycle, and life cannot run even depending with one. It is a mutual sharing, and a family depends on both contribution and sharing and mutual understanding. Thank you very much for your valuable and wonderful participation. I think the time is going to go over. I need to start another session for 20 to 15 minutes. For grammar, we will start today with adjective. I want to end up the discussions on the topic women empowerment that we have been running for 45 minutes or 45 minutes more. Let's come to the grammar part. And now we will discuss today, inshallah, adjective. Let's have a look. If the session is over, I will send you link again. Adjective. You were supposed to study yesterday, but it was my health issue, and also time was limited. I couldn't. Well, what was the previous discussions? I forgot actually. No, I could remember. It was the position of